Hello guys, welcome once again. In the last video, I have shown you how can you run a MP4 file or a video file on your C# application. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you that how can you run an MP3 file in your C# application. So we're not gonna be needing these buttons, so I'm gonna be placing them right here. Okay, so we will just be needing this media player, and if you're not familiar with that how I dragged it out here, first of all I have added it into my toolbox, and then I have dragged it out in my form. So go to my previous video, the tutorial number 33, in which you can find all the details about this Windows media player and how I actually added it into my C# application. Okay, so when you will drag it out, then what you will do, we will be needing a list box. So I will go to the toolbox. So toolbox is gone, so I will go to the view and I will find here toolbox, click it, and I have the toolbox. So now I will go to the toolbox and will search for list box. Okay, so there it is. So I'll drag one out here. Oops. Alright, so where is the list box? I think there it is. So this is a list box that I have dragged. Okay, so now I'll be needing a button here. First of all, I'm gonna be telling you the format in which I'll be working. First of all, I'll have this button here. When I'll click the button, it will ask me to take the song or take the MP3 file. When I will take the MP3 files, and when I will select that, it will appear right here. So I can save as many files as I want in my list box, and then when I will hit one of the song, it will be played by this player. Okay, so same like that, when I will hit the other one, it will be played, and then the other one, then it will be played. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the button out. So I'll go here, drag the button out, this button, and let's rename it as, okay, choose song. Alright, oops, so I wasn't supposed to change the name. Actually I was supposed to change the text of the button. So I'll go here, change the text to choose song. Okay, so now you can see the text has been changed. Now the programming mode has come, and then we have to code actually. So we'll hit on the choose song button, and it will create the event of this button. Okay, so this is the event of the button where we will actually code for the button. But before that, I need to go up here, and there I need to actually define two variables. One will be for an array type of string that will be taking files. Okay, and the other one should be the type of the string, but it should be for paths. So what it is gonna do, this is the variable files. It will be of an array type. As many files I want to store in this array, I'll be storing that. Okay, so I have taken array for a purpose that will be clearer to you in the next part. Okay, this is the paths. Okay, a part means in this button code, when I will code into that button event. Okay, so now coming to this is the event of that button. For your surety, I'll click again, and you can see this is the same event of the same button. So in here I need to use the open file dialog. Okay, so most of you will be familiar with that. So I'm just gonna copy paste that from here. I have written it, and from so many videos I have been talking about this. Okay, so I hope you are familiar with this, right? So I'm just copy pasting this. I'll remove this. So what these lines are gonna do, that the first line will open a dialog box, okay, and then it will make sure that if something is selected, then this code is gonna be executed. I have talked about this so many times in my previous videos, so please go and watch my previous videos, then it will be clearer to you, right? So now I need to use those variable that I have defined above. The first of all, I will be use the files, this one, okay. So I'll be using that, and I'll write here files, and I put it equal to, and I have taken it as global variable for a reason, because I'm gonna be using these variables in my list box event, okay. So that's why if I will define that variable inside the button, then I cannot use these variables outside of the button, okay, the event of the button, right? So now I'll be writing here the object name, that is D, for this specific file dialog, and here I will write save file names. So I'll write here names because I'm gonna be storing more than one file. That's why I have taken that array, in order to store more than one, okay. So the next thing that I'm gonna be taking is paths. So I have taken paths. Path is also an array type, so it will also store d dot save d dot file names, not save this time, this will be file names. Yep. So we are pretty much done here, but we need to create one more thing, and that is basically that we need to add files to the list box. So for that I will write here a for loop defining integer I is equal to, I'll put it 0 definitely, and then I will compare it with the length of the files, okay. File, I have an array name as files dot length. So this is the method actually to access the length of the array. Alright, in C# you do things like that. Then I'll increment obviously the I plus plus. Now I have to put curly braces on, and now inside here I will be writing the code, and for that I will be needing the name of my list box, and that is actually, from here you can see the name is listbox1, so copy that. So when you will copy that, go to the event of the button, here paste the list box name, and then dot items, right here items dot add, and in here you will be writing files, because this is the array variable, so you will be writing here I, okay. So no matter which array index you are accessing, the same index is actually gonna be added here in this list box. Alright, so I hope you have got the concept here, because these things are a little bit tricky for beginners, but if you are okay with programming, then you're gonna be understand that very soon, okay. So now coming to the next point, that is the list box. So we also need to write something inside the list box, so I will double click on that, and that will create an event of list box for me, okay. So in here what I need to write, that I will go here and select my media player, and I will copy the name of my media player, whatever it is. So just copy paste this, go to the event of your list box and just paste it here, and then you need to write dot URL, okay, and then you need to put here equals, and then you need to use the paths actually that you have, paths variable in which your complete file paths will be stored, okay, paths. And now you need to actually right here take here these braces, and inside these braces you need to write list box name, that is listbox1, most probably yes, then dot selected index, because it has got to have some indexes, right? So same like path is also a string type, array type, and it also has this array, right? This also indicates that these paths also have this array. Okay, so as paths is using the array, so what it is gonna do, it is gonna go to the path, the same path which have the same index. Okay, so it is gonna take that, and then it is gonna, you know, take that list box path to the URL of the media player, and hence in that way media player will come to know that certain or specific file is selected. Okay, so I hope you have got the concept. So now the time has come to run the program. So we'll run our program and we'll see what we have done so far. Okay, so now our program is running actually. So what I will do, I will hit here, choose song. So it will open a file dialog for me. So I will go here, I have a folder of songs here. So let's say if I add one song here, so you can see that it is added right here. So when I will, you can see that it has played. So I want to add another song or another mp3 file, and you will see that it is not playing another file. So for that, what you have to do, you have to specify in your file dialog. Yes, this is giving the error here. So in here you need to specify somewhere here d dot multi select is equal to true. So you need to specify that your dialog box can select more than one song or more than one file. So you have specified there. So what I will do, I will stop debugging and I will run my program again to see whether this thing works or not. Okay, so now my program is running. Okay, so now our program is running again. So I will choose this. Okay, so I have these three mp3 audios in my file, so I'll select that, I'll open. So now you can see if I run, it is running like that. The second one is running like that. All the mp3 songs or audios are running. Okay, so we had a mistake in our previous, and that was actually this one. I need to show you. Okay, so I didn't write this with the open file dialog. I didn't choose to multi-select, right? So by default multi-select was false. So when I turn it true, it actually works out, and all the other files can also run along with that. So I hope you have learned something new. Please rate, comment, subscribe.